Hello everyone, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. Now these are your readings for April, but before I do the tarot, I would like to mention a couple of things. The painting that you saw at the beginning of my video, and there's another one featured right at the end of the video, they are done by Maria Simeonido, and her address on Instagram is at the bottom of the painting that you will see on your screen. So for those of you that are art lovers, she's a wonderful new talent who's really going places. I love her style, and I will be working with her in the future. I will tell you about it when it's time. At the moment, I'd like to also announce that I will be featuring another talent, which is a tarot and psychic. Her name is Bellatrix Star, and I have shared her videos on my Facebook, and I do that all the time. I follow her because, you know, I love her work. She's always on point. She's, you know, her readings always resonate with me, so that's why I am going to feature her. She's going to do a video for me, especially on love. So it's going to be a love reading, and it's going to be in the next few days. So look out for that. And she also, you know, offers private readings, and there's not a long waiting time to receive a reading from her. So have a go, you know, go to her channel, check her out and see what she offers. She's really, really good. She's a double Scorpio, so very strong on the occult services, the metaphysics. She's got it. So give her a chance, have a look at her work and see if it resonates with you. And as I said, I will be putting the link in the bottom in the description box, but I will be featuring her on my channel. So look out for the video very soon in the next few days. And let's talk about the astrology a little bit. I won't go into a lot of detail because I don't want to make these videos too long. So what's most important is, first of all, we're in Aries season. So happy birthday to you Aries people out there. And we're having a new moon in Aries on the 5th of April. Which will be in a few days, but make sure that you put your wishes out to the universe roughly on the 7th, when you can actually see that new moon crescent in the sky. So it's the first new moon of the astrological year, so it's a very special new moon. So take the advantage and send your wishes out to the divine. Now there's still, you know, Mercury has come out of retrograde about 3 days ago, 2-3 days ago. But little Mercury is still on top of Neptune, so there's still, you know, a lot of confusion around. So make sure that you still try and communicate clearly. I think that with the sun being in Aries, because it's very happy there, slowly the information is starting to come through. Signs, synchronicities are coming through. Actually, today for me, I was sitting out there, out in the backyard, and a feather fell from the sky. Now I don't know, for those of you that have looked up what a feather means, you know, in the spiritual world, it's got a lot of meanings, and I find it to be a beautiful sign. So for those of you that are interested or that it's happened to you, please comment in the, you know, in the comments below. And you know, little signs and things like these are going to be happening for us from now on. I believe that pieces of information are going to start coming through. And I'd also like to say that in about a week and a half, so in about 10 days, Jupiter will be going retrograde. So that's a big, big thing that I truly believe that there will be blessings coming in. That's my intuition. That's what Jupiter retrograde is saying to me, especially that it's in its home sign of Sagittarius. So it's going to be retrograde for about 4 months, from April to August. So it's going to be a fair bit of time, and that'll be interesting to see what comes up. So, you know, even though Mercury's come out of retrograde, Jupiter in about 10 days is starting to go retrograde, and then there's other planets that will start retrograding as well. So, you know, Pluto not so long after, and then Saturn as well. So we're moving into a time of retrogrades, people. So it's a time to, you know, it's a time to work on things, being given the chance to do that. That's what it's all about. So let's look at the positive side of retrogrades. I totally see retrogrades as positive times, okay, to have the time, have the chance to go in, you know, redirect the energies, turn inwards, and just have a chance to work on things, see things. And, you know, we know that with retrogrades, the energies are very powerful. So, wow, having, you know, Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter retrograde in the near future is a big deal. So, I'm so looking forward to Mercury moving into Aries. Venus is in Pisces. It's finishing up a big cycle, you know. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. And then when Venus joins Aries as well, I think it's all systems go, even though some parts of our life we will have the chance with the retrogrades, of course, to work on. So let's go on to your readings right now, because there's a lot of work to be done. Thank you so much for your support. I do appreciate it very much. Thank you. And just, you know, something that I've been thinking of doing, because I've been quite busy, and that's why the readings tend to be late recently. I've been quite busy, so I'm actually thinking of putting a hold on the personal and private readings. So if you're needing a personal reading, please get in quick, because I have a feeling around the 15th of April I'm going to be stopping that for about a month. So for those of you that want a personal reading from myself, I would advise to do that quickly, because I'm almost full, and the only suggestion from me then would be that you could get a personal reading from my fellow tarot reader and psychic Bellatrix Star. And again, as I said, she's very, very good. So that's up to you guys, just putting it out there so you know what's happening. All right, let's go on to your readings. Hello, Aries. Welcome to Divine Debut. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. You've got your new moon in your sign on the 5th of April. So make your wishes. For those of you that are born on the 5th of April, wow, this is amazing for you. Make your wishes. Make sure you don't forget on the new moon. Make sure, though, that the moon, you can actually see it up in the sky before you send out those wishes. Let's see what your reading is showing for the month of April. And thank you so much for all those views. Okay, so the divine spread, Karma Dharma for Aries. And we've got the Last Judgment. And as a lot of you know that follow me, this card is very strong. It's a very strong indication of new beginnings. Well, obviously with the new moon in your sign, there are new beginnings for you. But you know, this card also says that you're being given a second chance. So whatever has been lost in your mind, you thought it was over, it was finished, it's dead and buried. No, it's actually resurrecting. Now, for those of you that want to leave something behind, this is the card of Pluto, and Pluto is very karmic. Pluto can bring the end, but Pluto can also bring brand new beginnings, because he will take away what wasn't working for you. Maybe it's just a transformation of what wasn't working well for you, and it's, you know, Pluto is breathing new air into the situation, the relationship, whatever that is, because this is a love and general reading. So some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio, or you may have strong Scorpio in your chart. So let's cut the cards for you, Aries, and see. You had a wonderful reading. Your last reading was just fantastic. There was so many blessings in that. Let's see what's showing up for you now. Now, don't forget, these are general readings, so it may or may not resonate with you. Okay, so let's take the divine position. When I say divine position, I mean in the divine spread, the divine position, I'm taking it first, which I usually take it last. And we've got the King of Cups. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, more than likely would be Scorpio strong in their chart. So let's see what happens with the rest of the spread. So at the foundation, you've got the Five of Wands. In the hidden section, you've got the Two of Cups. Aries. Nice. In the recent past, the Magician. In the now position, you've got the Ace of Swords. What is your goal? What's on your mind? And we've got another king. We've got the King of Pentacles. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now, for some of you, this is the same person. For others of you, it's two different people. Let's take the action and advice. And you have the Two of Wands, which is beautiful. I love the Two of Wands. And the outcome for you, Aries, is the Five of Pentacles. So you're going into the future feeling a sense of lack. Of course, I will be taking more cards. What I'd like to do is first explain the cards, and then I'll be taking some more cards for you. Now, Five of Wands, another imbalance. You've got two fives, and fives are, they're not an even number, therefore they're odd. There's a feeling of something not working. Something is at an imbalance. Now, this can speak of course, being at odds with someone else, or being at odds in a family situation. There are five people here. So usually I see this card as, because it can speak of just disagreements, but I usually see it as an energy of five people trying to build on a situation. Now, because it's in the foundation area, it means that they're trying to build something that is solid, that is sturdy, something. It could be a living situation that hasn't been working well for you, and that could be with extended family, or even in a love relationship. There's been disagreements in, you know, setting the foundations. That's how I see the card here. Now, what you don't know, and this could be, of course, this could be around work as well, because it's wands, and wands are all about our vocation, you know, it's our mojo, it's our inspiration, it's what we work towards. It's got a lot to do with work, or putting the work in, or even just creatively trying to build on something. So in the hidden position, you've got the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is an agreement. It's a contract. It's a personal relationship. It's coming together with a person that is your equal, someone that you think alike, you, the way you are emotionally, you're on the same level. As you can see, they're holding cups, so they have a mutual connection. And this mutual connection is not only, it's not only the way that they love and the way that they show their love, or the way that they communicate their love. It's two people. It's like two halves of a whole. Two people that have been brought together, okay, for a divine union. This is a divine union. Now, for those of you that are single, there is a relationship in the cards, and you know, having your solar return, it's the right time. Usually all the blessings come in when it's, you know, we're in the time of our birthday, the month of when we were born. So Two of Cups is absolutely beautiful. It does bring me to the King of Cups, which is in the divine position. So yes, he's holding that cup, which means that he's ready to offer his heart to you. Now, what you don't know, if you have been dealing with someone who has got a strong emotional side to them, then this person may have been holding back with their true emotions, not opening up about what their true feelings are for you, and that there is a lot of love here. So this is someone who can be quite shy, not open, and may be frightened. They may even be frightened because of family situation, because of maybe they've been just very, very busy. Because, you know, look at all this trying to build, you know, and they could even be in a type of occupation where they actually do build physically. In the building industry, whether it's, you know, even in the intellectual side, they could be an architect, they could be someone who is a, you know, a civil engineer, someone who sits behind an office, I would say, more than likely. So maybe they've just been really, really busy. Maybe there's been trouble at work and they haven't been able to focus on love. But I do see that because the Two of Cups is in the hidden position, it looks as though they're going to actually come forth with their true emotions, with their true feelings. Now, in the recent past with the Magician, and this is Mercury, so it's all about communication. And with a Magician, you know, it can either be clear communication because of Mercury, but even though Mercury has been retrograde, there's been no communication, let's say. And I'm not reading reversals, so if the card was in the if the card was like this in the reversed position, then yes, we can say that this is a trickster. But for most of you, I believe that this is someone who hasn't been communicating, hasn't been open to their true thoughts. Okay, but as I say in the tarot, there's, you know, so many meanings in one card. So what I'm thinking is that it's time for the information to come through. And the Magician is a number one, so this is at the beginning of the major arcana. You've already passed the point of taking a risk. It looks as though maybe this person, maybe this king, is wanting to take a risk with you. So the Magician, again, as I said, it's all about clear communication. Now, you could have information that's coming through. And this also says that from your side of things, you've got everything. They see you as the Magician. So you've got everything and they actually look up to you. And this can go either way. You look up to them, they're the Magician, they're the capable one, they've got all the resources to make magic. And with a Magician, because it's another ace, that's why, because you've got the Ace of Swords, I truly believe that it's got to do with clarity, with information coming through. Usually I say that with the Ace of Swords, it could be severing ties. That could be for, you know, one or two of you. But for those of you that are dealing, that have been dealing with the King of Pentacles, this is someone who is much more focused on their business, focused on money matters. For some of you, you may be actually thinking of severing ties. For those, because you might be choosing between two different people. One king is all about their feelings, their emotions. They've got a very open heart, whereas the King of Pentacles is someone who is driven by career, by, you know, physical things, by money. And it is someone who is very steadfast. So therefore, if this is the same person, it could mean that he's not going anywhere. He's been focusing a lot on work, not on his romantic situation in his life. But here with the King of Cups, the divine position is saying that just like a rose opens, the petals open and it flourishes and it blooms and it starts to, give off that beautiful scent. That's what I think is happening here. Now, with the King of Pentacles, of course, this could be your energy as well. For those of you that have got strong earth in your chart, this could be you like trying to make it into business, doing well, putting a lot of hours in. And the King of Pentacles is someone who doesn't take, their financial situation very lightly. They're someone who puts in the hours, is very steady, very, the financial side of their life is very important to them. And this could be someone that's wants to build a very strong foundation, because it's someone that can be very supportive of their loved ones. Even though he shows up as money orientated and very materialistic, it doesn't mean that that's the only side that they have to them. So for those of you that are choosing between two people, then, this could be for one or two of you, that you are thinking of cutting out, speaking your truth and cutting out this King of Pentacles, because for those of you that want an emotional life, that need love in your life, this would be the person that you would go for. This is the person that's open to relationship. And again, it doesn't mean if this is the same person that they're not open to relationship. It just means that right now they're very focused on business. Okay? So if you've been dealing with someone who's got two sides, they've got a very steadfast money making side to them, but then they've been hiding their emotions. Yes? And they actually show what's in their heart. Then, you've got it made, because the King of Pentacles is someone who can provide for you financially. They'll be there for you, and they're not easy to get rid of. Okay, so in the action and advice, we've got the Two of Wands, which is very Sagittarius energy. He's holding the world ball in his hand, so he's looking out to the vast world out there. Now, he's holding that Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is obviously being fired up about starting something either creative, or you're going with what you're very passionate about. Okay? Now, usually I see the two. Yes, it can be a decision that's being made. You're going with, what you feel inspired to do, to accept, to take at this time. But some of you may actually be thinking of travel, going to a foreign land, to a foreign place, dealing with someone who's at a distance. And again, as I see the two, when we've got two pillars, two wands, the man is right in between, trying to, take that next step, wondering whether he should walk through that doorway. But the funny thing is that he's looking to the past. So even though Mercury's gone direct, I still believe that, even up to yesterday, my mobile phone was playing up. I still feel that there is energies of retrograde still lingering, especially with Mercury being on top of Neptune. And let's not forget that Mercury still has a couple of weeks going through its shadow area, the area where it started to, it's the area that it retrograded over. So there is still that feeling of retrograde energy in the air. Now, in the outcome position, Five of Pentacles. Now, if you've been at a standstill, if you've been at a distance, whether this is an emotional distance or a physical distance, both people are feeling left out in the cold. Some of you could be even in a cold climate. I've just noticed, which I've never really mentioned about this card, that you're in a very, very cold environment. Now, this can be physically or emotionally. You're feeling the chill, okay? So the chill could even be emotionally, that there is a standstill, you're at a distance to each other emotionally. So that could mean no communication. That could mean taking time out, okay? But both parties are feeling the same. That's the thing. And the wonderful thing with fives is that something else comes in to bring change. So there's change coming and you're moving towards the future. You're still there next to each other, side by side. So I would say that you are still in each other's thoughts, but you're not actually sharing those thoughts. Now, there is a blessing behind you. You've got the church. You've got faith, which you are not looking into at this time. You feel as though, you know, you've lost your belief. You're starting to lose hope on whether or not this relationship is going to work. But you're both feeling the same. And with this card here, it's saying that, no, there's going to be a calling. There's going to be an announcement from the angels, from the divine. There's going to be that breath of resuscitation where something will start again. So, let's take some more cards, dear Aries. Now, with the Five of Pentacles being in the outcome position, I feel that you may be dealing with someone who is very good with their money. This is quite an influentially abundant and well-off sort of a person. And it's someone who likes to, hold on to their money for a, cold winter day. It's not someone that will go spending like crazy. They're very, very careful, earth signs are, with their finances. So, but if this is your energy, it could be a time of a little bit of, a bit of a slump in your finances with the Five of Pentacles. But as I said, there is a change coming through. And some of you may actually be dealing with foreign companies. Maybe this is, you're at the five because you could be investing in companies that are at a distance, that are working, that you're going to be working with on an international scale. So you could be investing money in things like that, and that's where your finances are being drained to some extent. One moment, please. Okay, so the earth sign, I would say for most of you, could be a Taurus, because we've got Scorpio here, so that would be, the axis Taurus, Scorpio. So, yeah. And in that case, obviously, that's why we've got an earth sign and a water sign. So let's take two cards on the judgment card and see. And we've got the Page of Cups, which is an offer that's coming through unexpectedly. So again, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. And this is a message that's coming through that you do not know is coming. And one more card. And we've got the Seven of Wands. So Seven of Wands, of course, it's past the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands would be when you're at a point of success. So maybe for some of you, in the past, if this is someone that you're dealing with from the past, so you got to a point of success in this relationship. Now, if this is a work situation for you, then this says that you just need to keep working at what you're doing. You've got the higher ground, and there is competition. So even in love, You know, I feel as though there is a competitive nature to this card. So you need to stick to what you're doing. You're on the right track, dear Aries. So it's a 7, and 7s always are the divine for me. Now, for some of you, maybe you felt as though this person was keeping you at bay, and they feel as though they're, you know, fighting for life. You know, they feel as though it feels as though they're really trying to push you away for some reason, and the face seems as though they're in, you know, they've got some sort of a situation happening in their life where they're quite frightened. They're scared. For some of you, this could mean that they're really frightened that you may even, since there has been some sort of a distance between you, they're actually scared that they may be losing you to other components, you know, to other people. So I think that they're frightened that they may be losing you. That's what I get from these cards. So let's take more cards. First of all, I'm going to go backwards actually. So I'm going to start from the, you know, the outcome card and go backwards. So, okay, no, okay. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is slow and steady movement forward. And again, we've got the Earth quality here. So Knight of Pentacles, very slow and steadfast, is offering this pentacle. And he's not a page, he's a knight. Which feels as though, because he's showing up as the King of Pentacles here, he's in business. He's probably very, very successful. But I believe that in matters of emotions, because, you know, as I said, the card is above the 5, and both people are feeling left out in the cold. They're not feeling the warmth and the love. They're not feeling it right now. So the Knight of Pentacles is someone who is sometimes even stopped and still thinking. So let's take on the Two of Wands. And we've got the Chariot. So again, we've got travel here, movement, another 7. So Cancer is here as well. And Cancer is the natural house of home stability. Remember how I said that you're trying to build your foundation? Some of you are actually thinking of traveling, and it could be your partner that's thinking of traveling if they're at a distance to you. Nevertheless, it's a card that says that you're overcoming any obstacles and that it's up to you. Oh, we've got 2 cards, so no, I want 1 card on the King of Pentacles. 1 card. And we've got the 10 of Wands. So yeah, very, very busy. Very busy at work. This King of Pentacles, whoever this is, they've got a heavy burden, a heavy load. So, you know, if we're looking at the reading as the zodiac, so we've got the 5 at the foundation and the 10 in the career position, and goal position as well. So yeah, they're working, putting in a lot of hours, a lot of work. They've got a heavy burden. Maybe it's been a burden that, you know, they don't have the time. They haven't got the time to invest in their love life right now. So it's been really heavy, but it's lightening up. It means that this is the end. This is a 10, and they're moving towards their goal, but it's very slow. And when I say very slow, it can't be as slow as Pentacles because these are Wands. So let's look at 10 days from now. Let's see if you have, because the 10 breaks down to the Ace. Let's see if you have clarity. And you know, the light, I usually see the Ace of Wands as the light going on. So let's look at the Ace of Swords. And we've got the 3 of Pentacles. So 3s always speak of, you know, 3 people in a picture. If it's not the case, then again, we've got the Church here again. 3s always speak of expansion and growth. But this card also is, it's like, it's very similar to the Hermit card to me, because you're being watched. Someone, excuse me, someone is watching your talent, the work you're doing. You know, you're trying to please others, you're putting in a lot of work, but you are under the telescope. And especially with the Ace of Swords here, could it be that this King of Pentacles is actually, which, as I said, is either the same person or not, depending on who you are? This is a general reading. So could this King of Pentacles be looking at you and, you know, what you're all about? Could they be asking others, doing their homework, studying you before they actually come forth? Now, if there's 3 people involved, it's the situation where I said that you may be choosing between 2 different people. Let's look at the Magician. And we've got the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is beautiful. Another 10 you've got here. So this is joyful bliss within a family situation. This is, I'm not going to say that you were here because this is the recent past. For some of you it could be, but for most of you I believe that this is what you're wanting to manifest. This is what you're hoping for. Now, some of you could be happy within your own, you know, family. If you are single, let's say, and living at home, things are looking really good. But for others of you and in love, I feel as though this is what you're wanting to accomplish. You're wanting to accomplish a family situation, bliss around your home, and you're putting everything in that you can to get there. And let's not forget that the 10s break down to the Ace, so it's like the Ace of Cups. Now, the Magician is communication, so could the Ace of Cups be coming in? Ace to 10 doesn't really matter, because for some of you, this could be, let's say, that you've gotten to a point of full happiness. So you were happy recently, but then there is a new beginning. So from the 10 to the Ace, there is, you know, the middle point, which could be actually when you felt like this for whatever reason, and especially with the energies, the planetary energies that we've been through recently, with, you know, chaos, no communication, no clarity, confusion. So let's see what the 2 of Cups in the hidden position will show us. And we've got the 7 of Cups, which is very Piscean. And Venus is in Pisces right now, which, you know, Pisces can be very hidden, can be very confusing. It's a 7. So what it says to me is that, yes, you've got choices, but, you know, which one of these cups am I going to take? You're asking me. Which one? Well, I would say that the divine is actually going to give you that information, because 7s always speak to the angels, right? 7 is a beautiful, very, very lucky number for a lot of people out there. Now, if we think of the 7th house, it's the house of partnership, relationship, you know, on whatever level, doesn't really matter. So as I say always, it's best to have choices than not to have any at all. And if we put these 2 cards together, they are the 9, okay? And the 9, and then you've got the 10. So I would say that the confusion that is around you still is there for a reason. And I wouldn't be surprised if the information comes in unexpectedly. So you're confused, and then all of a sudden that cloud just, you know, spreads. It opens up and you see that you get the clarity. That fog just disappears all of a sudden, and then you have the the clarity. Oh, wow, okay. So we've got the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Wands. So the Queen of Cups is very, very intuitive. The Queen of Cups is someone who can retrieve the information when she aligns with above. And, you know, the Queen of Cups is also someone who is very, very emotional again. Now, of course, we've got two people that are together, two people that are meant to be together. Now, this is how the cards are showing up for me, which says that there is a sense of not being together emotionally, not being together, not being able to sit together because you're at a distance from each other. For those of you that are at physical distance, nevertheless, you're both coming from the same place. You both want the same thing. Okay? And I did say that there could be 3 people involved. Now here we've got 2, 3, yeah. So we've got the King of Cups, we've got the Queen of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. And we've got the Eight of Wands at the foundation. So messages coming to your home, messages coming to the place that you feel stable, the place that you call home. And this is, of course, Cupid's arrows. As well as that, it's very quick energy. So you go from the 5 to the 8 very quickly. From disagreements, not being on the same page, the messages are going to start coming through. For others of you, this is flight travel, and you do have 3 cards of travel. Okay. For some of you, I'm going to say that we've got a few wands here. So I'm going to say that, you know, there is a fair bit of fiery energy here as well. So some of you could have fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, you are already. But for those of you that are cross-watching, I want to say, you may have, you know, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your chart. And I do feel that, obviously, if you are taking on the energy, and I think that this is you, dear Aries, the Queen of Cups, you have been very emotional, and some of you may have strong Cancer and Scorpio in your chart as well, I feel. Because, you know, water signs are very intuitive. Very, very intuitive. We've also got Pisces. I'm going to say Pisces as well. Okay, let's take some more cards. Let's take some Sibillas. Oh, wow, I didn't take another card on the King of Cups. I think I better do that first. So in the divine position with the King of Cups, and we've got the Moon. So again, Pisces, Cancer. The Moon card is fears, anxiety, stress. Stress because there is too much fear here. The Moon card is our emotions, of course. It's our darkest fears coming up to the surface. But the Moon card also is, it's the 4th house, the 4th house of family. So it seems as though this King of Cups is someone who is really all about family, all about foundation. Now the Moon can also be the mother as well, so there could be motherhood issues. Now because the 4th house is all about home and family, could there be issues with the foundation of this King of Cups? Could there be fears coming through, even deception coming from their foundation, so from a family member? Let's say that the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles are brothers. Could there be deception between the two? I've got one story that's telling me that the king and the King of Pentacles and King of Cups could be two brothers that are going for the same female. They're in love with the same female, and that's where the deception could be coming through. So that's interesting. That's an interesting message. That would probably speak to one person out there. So let me take some Sibillas. I want to look at both of the kings. So the King of Pentacles has the speranza, which can be fear, but it can be hope as well. We've got the Belvedere, which is like the Three of Cups, being on the lookout, waiting for someone to come through, come in, visit, whatever that is, the arrival of someone. And here we've got the Merchant, the Mercante. So yeah, I'm feeling that this is a number 13, which speaks of Scorpio energy. So the Merchant is someone who deals with business, import-export. So yeah, it's right on top of the King of Pentacles, which is someone who's very business-orientated. Now, if this is not just business, this could mean, you know, being very careful, treading lightly with where contracts are concerned. And contracts can be business. They can be also romantic. So he's putting a lot of thought into a situation, and he's, again, you know, daydreaming, looking out to the horizon, out to the distance. And all these characters are looking to the future. So he could be actually thinking of either traveling, but whatever it is, whether this is business or whether this is like either celebrating being able to get away from business to make that move, to travel, or if it's business, you know, wondering whether it's going to be fruitful for them to spread their wings to international companies. Well, there is a transformation, which means a change with the Merchant. So let's take on the middle position. So Page of Cups, the Judgment card, and the Seven of Wands. So we've got the Falsità, which is a card of deception, lack of trust. We've got Amore, which is little Cupid. This is like the Four of Cups. So we've got the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. So holding back on that offer coming through, not believing in the offer that's actually coming through, not trusting that the offer will come through, but it's coming. And here we've got the Sacerdote. So yes, I feel as though there are things that have been held back, information that's been held back, but it's changing. It's a number 13 again, Scorpionic energy. So whatever's been, if you've been in a relationship where there's been lack of trust, lack of faith that it will flourish into, you know, reciprocity where emotions are concerned, it's happening, okay? Very interesting. So what the Sacerdote is telling me is that you need to keep the faith that this will take off. It's going to happen. The question is, when is it going to happen? Let's look at the outcome position. Very important. So we've got the Denaro, which is like the Ace of Pentacles, but it's the Six of Cups as well. So yes, someone from the past. This is also stability. This is a brand new beginning. This is the Ace of Pentacles that's being offered by this Knight. So the fact that he's showing up as a Knight, and especially being the Knight of Pentacles, which is slow moving, is telling me that he's right on top of the five, and the pentacle that he's holding, that's Six of Pentacles, which is reciprocity, right? It's Libra, and Libra is the partnership house. And here we've got the if we say that it's another pentacle, would be the Seven of Pentacles. So we're still looking at the situation. Are we going to invest? Nevertheless, this is strength and foundation in and security in a relationship, in a business, in a wedding, you know, in a relationship. The Six of Cups is saying that you need to have trust. Just the way that it used to be. There used to be trust. What's gone wrong? What happened? Let's take another card. We've got melancholy, melancholia. Okay, so it's like the Five of Pentacles right on top of the Five of Pentacles. And here we've got the sospiri, which is like the Six of Swords, moving away from difficult to better times, but still waiting. You're waiting, like it could even take up to 3 weeks, dear Aries, because I see this card as the Three of Wands. It could take 3 weeks before things will mellow out, things will fix up, but you're waiting, And this is very vital for you. This speaks of your security. This person is your security. This is someone that you really want to build a home, a foundation with. But what did I say? I said 3 weeks. Well, we've got the Eight of Wands here. I'm going to say 3 to 4 weeks. 3 to 4 weeks. Let's look at this King of Cups. And we've got l'amante, which is your Romeo. This is the person that's very romantic. Allegrezza al cuore, it's like the Five of Cups. There's 3 people here. Maybe someone needed to exit the scene, the picture. Maybe that's the time why you're waiting, because something needs to be taken care of. And this may be something that you don't know. If this is what's happening in your partner's life, it means that they could be finishing up with someone that they've been dealing in their life before they can move forward. And, you know, those Two of Cups would still be standing, yeah, in the future. And here we've got the Ten of Cups. And you could be dealing with someone who is in the European Union, European area here. Here we've got the full moon. So could this be happening around the full moon towards the end of the month? Yes, it could. So you've got all cups here. It's going to be a very emotional time for you. Let's, I just want to take 3 Sibillas on what this Seven of Cups is with the Two of Cups in the hidden position. And we've got Giovina Fanciulla. This is pure energy, new beginnings. Okay, she's the Virgin. But she's a number 12, which again is like the Hanged Man. So there's a bit of a pause. We've got Donna di Servizio, which is like the Three of Pentacles. This is your helper, though. So fresh energy is coming in to help you. And here we've got the Ace of Cups, which is the pleasant conversations around a table, around co-workers, friends, family. A conversation where you may hear something that's going to make you extremely happy. It's the Ace of Cups. Now, this could even be your partner having conversations, vital conversations, dealing with others. And this could be part of the process before you can actually see the coming together of these two souls, the coming together of this love relationship, dear Aries, or this could even be a contract if this is concerning work. So I'd like you to ask your question, see if I can answer it. This is the Angel Answers by Doreen and Radleigh Valentine. So, Spirit Guides and Angels for Aries. For some of you, if you are letting go of letting go of this King of Pentacles, if this is someone different to the King of Cups, then you actually have to close the door. And when I say close the door, make the space, make the room. Otherwise, it's going to take longer, way longer. So, Aries, let's see. But if this is the same person, oh wow, a year from now, a year from now, wow. If this is the same person, they've obviously got things that they have to take care of first before they can actually be there by your side. Now, a year from now, let's read what it says in the book. I'm telling you, if it's a divine union, a year is nothing. People wait for many more years than 1 year for a relationship like that. The event you're asking about will occur within this year or soon after. During this time interval, you're encouraged to stay optimistic and to continue with self-care activities and other preparations for your desire. Remember that other people's free will choices are involved. Your angels are presently working behind the scenes on your behalf, even if you can't immediately see the evidence of your answered prayers. So yeah, and I just noticed abundance, yeah, there. So maybe this is a time of it's a time for you to work on yourself, on your self-care, on your abundance, and, you know, slowly and steadily. It did say during this year, but it doesn't say obviously exactly when. So for each and every one of you, of course, it's going to be different. For a personal reading, please do not hesitate to reach out. As I said, I'm probably going to be open for the next couple of weeks, but after that, I'm thinking of taking a month off because my workload is just piling. So, as I said, Bellatrix Star is someone who is ready to take your order whenever you feel like it. You can communicate. Her address will be in the description box below. So thank you so much, dear Aries, for all that you do for my channel. I'm sending you many blessings. Again, happy birthday and good luck. Talk to you soon.